Valentine's Day. I hope you guys are having a really great day, whether you're with someone or you're not. I wanted to do a romance recommendation Valentine's video so you can run out to the store real quick and grab a read for the day. I wanted to go over some of the romance reads I've read recently so that you can decide if you would like to read one of them. The first one is Better Than the Movies. I've gone over this one in a few of my videos, so I won't go over it too much, but I gave it 4 stars. It's by Lynn Painter, and it is a young adult high school romance, super cute, fake dating trope. Highly recommend it. The second one is The Rom-Commers, and this is by Catherine Center. Now, I know you can't get this book because it's a NetGalley book, but let me just sing her praises. This is the first book that I have given 5 stars to a rom-com. I have never done that before. The banter was unmatched. It was so cute, so sweet. It was the famous person trope that I love, and I thought they were so quirky, they were so funny, they were so cute, like just such a sweet, sweet romance. The ending reminded me of literally like a Hallmark movie. It was just so good. I was grinning, I was blushing, I was just laughing, and I mean, just sending my pictures to my friends of me laughing and smiling. Like, I could not stop smiling. I could not put this down. I read it in 24 hours. So I believe it comes out June or July. I'll put up the date, but I highly recommend pre-order that book right now. The next book is Yours Truly. I gave that 4 stars by Abby Jimenez. I have not previously loved any Abby Jimenez books, but she redeemed herself with this one because it is so good. It has so much depth. I have a whole video on this book on my 24-hour reading vlog, so if you want more details about the book, please go watch it and you will get all of the details about it because I was mostly talking about it in that video. I loved it so much. The next book is The Do-Over by Lynn Painter. I gave this 3.5 stars. This is another high school romance. It's a Valentine's Day groundhog trope, and it is so cute. I blew through this in one day because it's such a short story, so it's a really easy, fast-paced read that you could get through today. So such a good one to do, especially because it's a Valentine's read. The next one I would recommend are books that I have read in the past, but I did not read recently, and I just thought I would give you a couple of my favorite romance reads, and that would be When in Rome and Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams. She is such a good rom-com author. She writes Closed Doors, and these are small town romances. They are so cute. My favorite of the 2 was Practice Makes Perfect. Mabel, the character, the old woman in the book, is so funny. There are just so many things that make me laugh in this book. It is just a feel-good, small town romance book, and if you love any of those things, you will love these books. The first one is a famous person trope, and the second one is, I guess, a grumpy man, sunshine type of book. That one, I can't think of a specific trope I would fit it with, but it was so good. It was my favorite of the 2. I gave it 4 stars, and the first one I believe I gave like 3.5. The last one I want to recommend is Where Time Stands Still. Takes place on a Christmas tree farm, and it had a lot of depth to it. It was about Alzheimer's and the struggles with that and dealing with family members that have that, and it was just heartbreaking, but at the same time just a beautiful story, and I loved it and I cried. There were so many quotes in it that were just beautiful to me. So that wraps up all my romance reads. So go out, find one of them, or get it on Kindle, read it for Valentine's Day, and just have a good time today. But I wanted to go over some reads that I just got. So these are not mine. These are my best friend Leah's, but she let me borrow the Shatter Me series, which I've been wanting to read. I'm in such a fantasy mood, so look forward to those. This is a dystopian fantasy, and I think it has some romance in it. I want to say she had a problem where if she was touched, it could be fatal for that person. So it's very interesting to me because I think that this is going to be really high stakes and I love those types of fantasies and just the forbidden love type things. So if that's in here, I know I'm going to enjoy it. I had a friend just read the first book. She gave it 3.5, but I hear it just gets better and better, so I'm very excited about this. Stay tuned for that review. The next that I got in the mail was the Encyclopedia of Fairies. I've seen this book and I've wanted it ever since I saw it. It just sounds like so cute. The covers are beautiful. The second one's even more beautiful. And this is about Emily Wilde, and she's a professor, and she goes to a small town to study fairy folklore, and she discovers dark fae magic, friendship, and love. And it is the start of a heartwarming and enchanting new fantasy series. So it sounds like such an adventure and just a cute, whimsical read. I have a feeling that it's going to remind me a lot of Once Upon a Broken Heart. It just sounds more like a fairy tale fantasy, but we will see. This one quote says that it grabs readers' attention by drawing them into the folklore. It's a great read for fans of Sarah J. Maas and Erin Morgenstern. So I just thought, okay, if it says that Sarah J. Maas fans might like this, well, I have to try it. The next book is a chunky book. It is The Priory of the Orange Tree. Guys, this book is almost 900 pages. Let me see. It is... Try not to read any spoilers because I don't want to do that to myself. That's easy to do. 804 pages. Guys, look at this. This is going to hurt my hand when I'm reading this, but I'm so excited. The only books that I like to be big are my fantasy books. I love world building. I just love all the action and the adventure and the high stakes, and I am so ready for fantasy right now. I'm kind of over romance, although I don't care if it's in the fantasy, but I'm just over the romance regular reads. I'm kind of just bored with those. I need some adventure. I have heard so many good things about this. I believe this follows 4 different characters. One is the queen, and she is trying to conceive, and there are assassins that are coming at her. The next one is Ede, which is an outsider at the court, and she has risen to the position of lady-in-waiting, and she keeps a watchful eye on the queen, protecting her from forbidden magic. And then across the sea is Tane, who has, and I'm probably butchering these names, by the way. I am not good at pronouncing names, so if I am sorry. But Tane is trained to be a dragon rider since she was a child, but is forced to make a choice that could see her life unravel. Meanwhile, the divided East and West refuse to parley, and force of chaos are rising from their sleep. Also, I've heard this has a lot to do with dragons, which I loved in 4th Wing. That was my first introduction to dragon stories, so I'm very excited. I really think I'm going to like this. One of the quotes says, Shannon has taken the fantasy epic and breathed new life into it, allowing women's stories to take center stage where they belong, even in a world nothing like our own. So this is going to be a really great read, and I'm so excited. I can't wait to update you guys on this. Hopefully I'll get to it probably by next month. We'll see. I have quite a bit of stuff I need to catch up on. So the only other thing that I want to talk about is I'm currently reading on Kindle Unlimited The Poppy War, and it is so good, guys. It is so good, and I've heard so many good things about it, and I just realized it was on Kindle Unlimited, so I grabbed it and started reading that, and I'm so far really enjoying it. It reminds me of Mulan, which I think is what a lot of people have compared it to, but obviously has a twist on it, so we're gonna see if I enjoy it as much as I do now when I finish it, and I can't wait to update you guys on that. Other than that, I'm just working on a lot of NetGalley books. I will probably do a whole video at the end of this month on just NetGalley, let you know what's coming out, let you know what I enjoyed, what I didn't enjoy. Sadly, there was not a lot I enjoyed, but I'm hoping to get my rating up and to get some more books that I will enjoy. If you know about NetGalley, you know that that ranking really matters, your percent of feedback, and once you have that, you get better books. So I'm hopeful that I will get my ranking up to 80%. We will see. But I am so excited to get started on all the things fantasy, and I hope you guys enjoyed my romance Valentine's reads and that you can find a book to get to today. But I will see you guys again. Bye.